Hello, Tyler DeWitt here. So we're going to talk about 18 ways you can increase your conversion rates. So let's start with number 1. Or do you want to start with number 18? I'm joking. Number 1, shorten your forms. Keep short forms, or use short forms, I should say. Short forms convert at a much higher rate. Long forms tend to convert at a much lower rate. Now, I understand if you need to qualify your customer or your lead, whatever it may be, you have to qualify them. But just don't get too carried away with it. If you're only collecting an email for a newsletter, then that's all you really need is an email and maybe a name. I would say a first name and an email. Actually, that's all you need, unless there's some other reason that you need more data from them. But there again, the more you ask for, the more friction you create. The person might exit because people are not comfortable filling out forms like they used to. They're just not comfortable giving up too much information about who they are, what they're looking for, what they're doing, or whatever it may be. 2, include social proof. This could be anything from you interviewing clients, customers, testimonials, third-party reviews, Google reviews, Facebook reviews, or whatever it may be. There's tons of platforms out there that provide third-party reviews to make sure that they're genuine, legit, whatever you want to call it. Now, that's not to say fake reviews do not slip through, but it's best to use a trusted provider so people actually trust what they're buying from your site. 3, track how people interact with your site. If you're not using a heat map, use a heat map. A heat map will allow you to see where the user's going and where they're exiting at. You'll find out a lot of times the user might be scrolling down, then they hover their mouse over something, they click, or whatever it may be, and then they exit. So you need to figure out where they exit, why they exit, and how to resolve that. Number 4, add live chat. You can add a live chat to your website. That way you can interact with the customer when they visit your website. Just like when you go into a store, if you're looking for something, someone comes up to you and they help you, you're like, oh, okay, that's what I need. So that's what you can use a live chat for. It gives you that live interaction, kind of locks them in and gets them built into it. Number 5, test your offers. You can test multiple offers. So say, for example, you have a supplement. And I'm just using this example, so be creative, and you can apply this into your industry, whatever industry you have. You can test 2 different offers for 2 different one problem, I should say, and find out what supplement converts the best. You can also offer different plans. Say you're an attorney offering monthly retainers, offer different plans. There again, you might have to customize your strategy in some industries, but testing your offers is definitely a way to find out how you can improve your conversions. That will give you a better opportunity or improve your opportunity of converting them over the phone too, because you'll know based on what you're offering on your website how to respond to that person when you talk to them. Number 6, conduct A/B testing. You should always A/B test your ads. So many people fail to A/B test their ads. That's why Google Ads is now requiring responsive search ads, and they've did away with expanded text ads, ETAs, because people didn't test. A lot of companies were not testing on the original ads. The only people that were testing were top performers. You can take a product conversion from 1 to high as 3 to 4% by testing. Number 7, increase trust and remove friction. There again, this would fall under the category of including social proof to an extent, but increasing trust would be like credentials, third-party recommendations. If you're a speaker at a big event and you've been approved, that will increase the trust because most speakers do have a thorough process they got to go through before they speak. Removing the friction, that would fall into the category of remove anything that's causing them to exit. Sometimes people will say, well, we require this, require that, require this. People don't want to feel like they have to prove themselves to buy a product or service. I mean, it's understandable if you have requirements, but you got to be real careful when you start using those type of, use that type of wording. So you want to remove anything that will cause them to bounce, to leave your website. Number 8, create an abandoned cart email campaigns. There again, a lot of people fail to do this. We have companies all the time that contact us that do not have a Shopify, abandoned email campaign set up. You can bring back anywhere from 5 to 15% of those people that leave. And usually what you want to do during this process is offer a discount. Number 9, communicate your value proposition. Always be sure to list out your benefits and features of your products on your landing page. Just don't write something up that's really simple. You want to key into the actual features and the benefits of how your products or services are going to help better their life. You want them to read it and be like, that's what I need. So they convert. Number 10, incorporate multimedia elements into your landing page. Multimedia elements could be a customer using your product, someone wearing a certain fashion brand, whatever it may be. It could be a person taking a supplement. It could even be a client that you're interviewing. Videos really do give the website more of a realistic feel, especially if you're able to interview people on testimonials or have them share their story with you about your products or services. Number 11, write strong CTAs. CTA stands for call to action. So say, for example, if you set up a Google ad, in the title you could say, looking for bankruptcy attorney in Los Angeles or something like that with a question mark. They're like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And they click on it. And they hit your landing page. Now your landing page needs to be highly relevant too. Your goal is to get them to fill that short form out. This could apply to accounting, freelancer, web design agencies, whatever it may be. You need strong CTAs in every single industry. Number 12, eliminate unnecessary distractions. There again, unnecessary distractions would create friction. Unnecessary distractions can be unwanted pop-ups, slow load, slow landing page speed. It could even be blurry image to an extent. Sometimes people go to the landing page and see a blurry image. They're like, I don't know, this company doesn't look too, reputable. But distractions more than anything are, slow landing page, unnecessary pop-ups, unnecessary content, so anything that's making the customer's life miserable more than less or not providing the best experience, get rid of it. Number 13, meet your audience expectations. There again, this will fall under the category of benefits and features, so keep this in mind. Everything should meet their expectations. They need to see the right images, they need to see the right features, they need to see the right benefits, they need to see the right story. Everything has to be highly relevant. Because as soon as you start offering something that's not so relevant, they'll just exit. People got ADHD online nowadays. All of us do. It's like we're all running around searching with ADHD. 15 years ago, you could just throw up a page and it would have whatever on it and people would just look through it. It's like, oh, okay, I want this, I want that. Well, unfortunately, it's not like that today. So when they hit your page, you got to meet their expectations immediately. Number 14, improve your page speed. There's tons of page testing speeds out there. I should say website page testing software. So you want to find out ways that you can improve your page speed. I would say the best way to go about it is to manually review it. Review it on your phone, your laptop, maybe somewhere else, have someone else review it, and make sure that it's pulling through really fast. There is Google PageSpeed, They have a testing tool, but it tends to tell everybody's page is not the best. And you'll find out if you type in like big corporations, their website in there, or your competitors, chances are it's going to rate it low. And the reason being for is because it's all this platforms out here, these content management systems, Shopify, WooCommerce, and all that are adding in all this, additional and necessary code. But more than anything, just pay attention to manually reviewing it. Number 15, optimize for mobile. Be sure to review your site on mobile. A lot of times people will set up their website and they're like, well, my website's already mobile optimized. I'm using Shopify and I know that it's optimized. Well, have you looked at it? Are you sure there's not anything that you added that might make your site, or that's causing your site to be dysfunctional? And you'll find out a lot of times that the bigger your store gets and the more you start editing stuff, the more apps you start adding, and whatever it may be that you're adding to your site, especially on the design end, that there's a higher chance that something could be broken. So be sure to check it. We constantly check our clients' websites on their phones, our laptops, desktops. We're always looking at them to make sure that everything's working right. Number 16, enhance the purchasing process. Anything that you can do to enhance the customer or the visitor's purchasing process is going to help increase your conversion rates. Are you providing free shipping? Listing that. List that. Are you providing free returns? List that. Anything that you can list that will improve their experience. Shorting the process would even help during the checkout process, and that would fall back into the categories of using shorter forms. Remember, longer forms convert lower. Number 17, be creative with your mobile marketing. SMS. I would highly advise that you incorporate SMS marketing into your campaigns. If you're able to get the user's phone number when they hit the checkout page, you got their email, their phone number, why not send out a text combined with the email? Texts have an incredibly high open rate. People are constantly on their phones. So as soon as that phone goes through, 20% discount to finalize your order. Yes, you have 25 or 24 hours to order this product, and you'll get a 20% discount. And watch them. They will respond. Number 18. I've already mentioned this, but I'm going to go back into it again. Make adjustments to your mobile site. Remember, the more elements that you add into your design or customization, WordPress plugins, Shopify apps, whatever it may be, even Magento, the more and more that you keep adding and the more changes that you make, there's a lot higher possibility that something is not, 100% right on your site. So be sure to go through your mobile and just check it. It'll take you a few minutes. Like I told you earlier, we're constantly checking our clients' websites. If I'm not doing anything, I'll pull on my phone and check out client 1, client 2, client 3, client 5, or whoever, and I just start looking at their website through our phone. And my staff does the same thing. We want to make sure that everything's displaying right, because mobile is a big factor in how your website converts or how your visitors convert. So that should be it. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you.